guys, this is my very first tech video. I wouldn't say my very first one, but this is my introduction to doing more forms of different content. And since my journey of Linux, I cannot even begin to explain how gratifying it is, especially with what I've learned throughout the journey. And taking things forward is something that I'm quite grateful for. And as a person, I had to find myself in a position where I had to use what I have to my advantage. I remember this one time thinking Microsoft Windows was the only operating system that existed, yet I had heard about Apple. And as I started to become more and more interested in technology, I started to brief and also take myself back and trying to find what are the minds behind all of these products. And I didn't know that this curiosity would take me up until this place. So probably what I just said, majority of it is going to be done out by editing. But this is my very first introduction to a Linux distribution named Puppy Linux. So I am on the Puppy Linux release announcement, which is on Dillo, and the announcement notes for Force Hub Puppy 64-bit 9.5, which is 60. Force Pub 64 is built from a Puppy builder system and named Wolf CE, which can build a Puppy Linux distribution from the binary packages of any distro. There are many puppies with Wolf, including Turpy, Precise, Worry, Racy, and Slacko. Each Puppy distro built by Wolf CE is a distinctive distribution on its own right with unique features. You can choose a puppy based on your particular needs, be it specific hardware, software, or access to and compatibility with the package repository of a particular major distro. So judging by what I've read previously about this Linux distribution, I have picked up that it is diverse in also expanding on precisely what type of hardware you have, software, and also the access and compatibility of package management, which I'm also slowly getting into within the Linux community. But as we further ourselves on, so we can be able to view a full log of the Wolf CE commit log, which will give us the most significant changes on this current build. It will tell us about how the init script has been rewritten fully. There's a new facility that includes special system A and F drive in SFS. And then there's a new kernel update to the mechanism that provides even greater hardware compatibility. Then there's a Puppy package manager redesigned with improved ease and functionality. Then there's a new user interface and UI, which is new config tools, which you can be able to config and cater your Linux distribution to your liking. And then further on, you would add additions, updates, and bug fixes in dozens of Puppy specific applications and tools. And then there will be the inclusion of base packages into the Wolf structure. So on this video, we are dealing directly with the latest and last release, which is Puppy 9.5. I need to do further research about whether that is true, the last release that they had, seeing that there has been a huge flux of updates on the Linux system. But we are solely dealing with low-end hardware, that 15-year-old, 20-year-old hardware, whether it will be a personal computer, desktop, or that will be a laptop, because the beauty about Linux is the fact that it can be able to revive old hardware and bring it back to full functionality. So as we further go on, so this is the fourth official release of Ubuntu based 64-bit Puppy. So already in that we are getting clarification that Force Hub, which is the Puppy Linux 9.5, is in fact based on Ubuntu. Then Force Hub Pub 64 Puppy is built from Ubuntu local Forza Deb, which is 64-bit packages, hence has binary compatibility with Ubuntu and access to the Ubuntu Focal Fossa repository. So Puppy Linux is small, it will run in RAM, is light, fast, very versatile, and extremely fun. It has everything in Novus while also allowing full control to the experienced user. So as I had clarified previously, that we are dealing specifically with older hardware. So it says it's very small. It runs in RAM, which is it's very light on your RAM, knowing full well that we are in the low end system, but even beneficial for even high-end system or even mid-range systems, which will get the full benefit of a Linux, and also that lightness, that versatility, and also that fun that it brings, and it will breathe more life into your hardware. So the following features are included in this build, which is released in July 2020. It's a kernel 5.4.53. Next will be modular build, means you can swap out the kernel, application and firmware in seconds. If you want a bare bone installation, then you can remove a single file and reboot. Then the default window manager would be Joe Windows Manager. Then you have Roxfiler, HexChat, Palamon Browser, MPV, Deadbeef, Google Sum for your large music media collection, Claw Emails, QuickPet, Osmo, AbiWord, and Samba, and lots of in-house puppy-specific applications such as pburn, puppyphone, FunRun, Take a Gift, Packet, Transcray, Janky Bluetooth, and many more. As below, it goes on further, telling the minimum requirement system for Puppy Linux 9.5 would be a 64-bit Core 2 Duo CPU plus 2 GB of RAM. Puppy Linux can be able to boot from a CD, a USB, an SD card, or network access. A hard drive is really not required. It can be installed frequently on the hard drive, USB, or writable CD/DVD, but also as a conventional full install. So Force 64 is a true commodity CE with contributions from many within the Puppy Linux community. So if you want further help and also more pages, there would be a link which I'll leave in the video description below. Just to sum up the end of this video, Puppy Linux, with the ability and also its smallness that it has, it can be installed on a variety of many what is this? I still need to find this word for it. There are many forms of hardware that you can install on Puppy Linux. Either you can be able to boot it from a CD, a USB, as I'm doing currently now in a live environment. I haven't installed it on a hard drive, I'm just booting it. The beauty about Linux is that you can be able to test drive the system in the live environment. Does the Wi-Fi work? Does the sound work? And all those kind of things. Does my drive show? Can there be compatible programs that will be able to support my documentation? Because that was also something I had to put in mind about moving from Windows to Linux. But it wasn't more about moving, it was like exposing myself to a different way of seeing or solving problems. So my love for technology just didn't stop there. So with all these options, it even says a hard drive is not required. So it can be frequently installed on your hard drive, USB, or a writable CD or DVD, but also as a conventional full install. Beautiful. This is a Linux distribution I would advise anyone with hardware that has 2 gigs of RAM and below, because it's gonna help. But for this release, I got an opportunity to test it out on my low powered end 2018 Asus laptop. Currently doesn't have a screen, but there's still a video coming up that I'm going to do a review on that, and how my content creation journey has been going throughout this. So this is highly appreciated, and for many more videos, please tune in and also like, subscribe, so that the algorithm can continue to suggest you my videos. And until next time.